Hello everybody, my name is Maggie and today I am happy to welcome you to this, short period of completing the English exercises that I develop for non-native English speakers, those who are in the field of MarTech, of marketing and technologies, or for any type of digital specialist that deal with these terms and contexts. These are exercises that I create. They usually take roughly 15 minutes for a person to complete, because I know that digital specialists are very busy people, those who learn, those who teach, those who study, those who work, and that's why these English exercises are created in a way that you don't really need to spend too much time on that. And with this approach of recording this video with completing together, I would like to answer any questions that you have, maybe using these exercises, and also, show you that it's not that difficult, because English is different, professional, and for everyday conversation. That's why it's crucial to know all the terms and specificities. You can actually, before we begin, you can just go through the website and select these exercises and either complete them before watching this video to check your understanding, or we can do it together, and it's up to you. And without further ado, I would like to begin with the first one. And the one which I decided to start with is MarTech definition and scope. First, let's go through the content of the file of exercises. So first, here we have, just a possibility to think back to what we know about such an interesting term that is MarTech, and write down what we remember about it. Then there is a short theoretical overview, a link to the blog post that contains information and online lecture that I recorded for anyone who's interested in the basics. Then first or second exercise, which is here, it's about broadening the vocabulary. So we have a set of words, we have a set of definitions, and we need to connect them together, and we have plenty of them, to be honest. And then we have the third exercise, which uses different types of terms and ways that they could be used in the sentence. And here finally we have answer key. Answer key contains the tables with the answers, or the possibilities for you to check what you've completed correctly or not. And also there is a possibility for you to leave the feedback. Maybe there is some kind of topic that you would like to learn more, you would like to see exercise on. And of course I share not only these kind of exercises and videos with completing these exercises together, but you can also check out open lectures that I record for my YouTube channel. You can communicate with other people in digital sphere using MarTalk. This is the online discussion that I host, and we have usually 1 to 2 meetings every week in small groups. And also you can check out more English exercises. And if you wish to work together with me individually for your speaking, for speaking English in the field of digital marketing, or maybe you are interested in learning more about the career in digital marketing, you can also check it out. And I also have MarTech guide for anyone who would like to learn more about that, and maybe select some sort of an interesting career path that would be right for you. But let's start from the beginning, and here we have first exercise. What do we know about MarTech? Basically, this is individual for everyone, and basically there's no correct answer right now here. But the key thing, and I think that the major thing that we can certainly remember, is that we have MarTech as the accumulation of two really important terms, or two really important words, and this is marketing and technology. So basically this is the accumulation of MarTech, which is actually the major thing how different types of tech related terms are created. So basically we have MarTech, and usually this is about the use of any kind of technology that helps with marketing goals, with marketing objectives. And basically this is about meeting, so it's about tech for meeting marketing objectives and goals. You can also write down here examples or maybe something that you find really crucial in this, or we can also go on further with our file. So what do we have here? MarTech applies to major initiatives, efforts, and tools that harness technology to achieve marketing objectives and goals. This definition is taken from the nice publication of Brinker Scott, and you can check this out. I have a link there, and you can also read more about MarTech in my blog post. But without further ado, let's continue with our exercise. So let's see what terms we are working with. So we have behavioral pattern, brand awareness, twice. We have content creation, dashboard, decision making, marketing goals, marketing objectives, marketing strategy, MarTech, MarTech stack, prompt, seamlessly, software, to harness technology, to waste, user persona. Basically, as you can see, we have quite random words. And let's see what kind of definitions we have here and if we can right away find the correct words. So first we have fictional profiles that represent, I have my cat here, fictional profiles that represent groups of similar people in a target audience. They can help you figure out how to reach people on a more personal level while delivering the right messages, offers, and products at the right time. So basically we have profiles, like the keyword that indicates what we're talking about, right? So this could be our interesting way to see that this is related to something that we read at the very ending, which is user persona. So we can say that this one is R. So basically we link not R, but Q, user persona. Moving on, brand awareness, or the second one. This field applies to major initiatives, efforts, and tools that harness technology to achieve marketing goals and objectives. We actually read it right here. So basically, this is certainly MarTech. So we are sure of it, I guess. So this is MarTech. Yeah, we can just take it out from the list, right, and say that we know what it is. So here we are, it's done. A recurrent way of acting by an individual or group toward a given object or in a given situation. So basically this is how we behave and what is our behavioral pattern, and generally this is behavioral pattern. So this is the number A, not number, but letter A. So this is behavioral pattern. Moving on. Without any sudden changes, interruptions, or problems. So basically we can understand here that this should be something that is not a term, but rather some kind of word which could be used in the marketing world. And that is seamlessly. because we certainly can say that seamlessly is important for MarTech, because we generally need the communication in marketing to be seamless, because we don't need any sudden changes, we don't need any interruptions, and we don't need any kind of problems. So this is seamlessly. Consumer familiarity with a particular company, product, or service, and or to the extent of its familiarity. So basically this is about the fact that we have people who are aware that we exist. And that's why one of the brand awareness terms is going to this number 4. Moving on. So we can cross it out. The activity or job of creating content, videos, images, writing, etc. for the internet, especially for a social media website, as a way of promoting brand or product or gaining followers. So this is the process, and generally we can see that this corresponds to content creation. So basically this is something that we have as the process, and we can link it over here. Moving on, a measure of the target consumer's recall of a particular brand, for example, aided recall. Brand awareness is not only the general awareness, but rather this can be a very important measurement or metric, which could be used in marketing analytics. That's why we have here brand awareness, as it was mentioned twice, for this measurement. So brand awareness also comes here, and we can also cross it out. The stepping stones to complete to reach your marketing objective: smart format, specific, measurable, achievable, aspirational, realistic, timely, or relevant or timely. So basically, if we look at this, we can also already see that this is the objective is something that is broader. However, the goals are the shorter things that we need to understand and complete in order to fulfill our objectives. Moving on, we have the definition: a user interface or web page that gives a current summary, usually in graphics, easy to read, to form, or key information related to progress and performance, especially of a business or a website. So we need a current summary and current information. So basically, we can say that this relates to the dashboard, to our dashboards, because these are the interfaces that can give us the updates to our to give us a proper information about our current state. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cross marketing strategy, but here we are. Okay. A plan identifying what marketing goals and objectives will be pursued to sell a particular product or product line, and how these objectives will be achieved in the time available. So this is a plan, and generally we talked about objectives and we talked about goals, but altogether all of that refers to marketing strategy, and we have it over here. Then the broader outcome you want to achieve, which you set for your marketing activities, for example, increase brand awareness, increase sales, increase website traffic, etc. So generally, if we see here, we had goals, which are steps, and we have strategy, which is broad plan, and we have objectives, which could be narrowed down based on our strategies, and then narrowed down to the goals. So these are our objectives. H. Moving on, the process of acting upon the best information available in order to determine the most appropriate course of action. It sounds quite, difficult, but nevertheless, this process is actually quite clearly the decision-making process. And decision-making process is a vital thing in MarTech, in marketing, but basically in any kind of business activities. So here is that. The collection of platforms and software applications used to create, execute, manage, orchestrate, and measure the results of marketing activities. So what do we have for this? For this, we certainly have MarTech Stack. So MarTech is just, a discipline field. However, MarTech Stack is the range of, instruments that you use for, what kind of MarTech stack your company has. And basically you set everything that you have for analytics, for content creation, all that stuff. An unnecessary or wrong use of money, substances, time, energy, abilities, etc. Well, even though we don't really want to use this word in our business activities, nevertheless, the concept of waste certainly comes as part of what we do. That's why the 13 number corresponds to this word, which is waste or to waste. To give an instruction to an artificial intelligence, a computer system or machine that has some of the qualities that human brain has, such as ability to interpret and produce language in a way that seems human, recognize, create images, solve problems, and learn from data supplied to it using natural language rather than computer language. Without further ado, that's prompt. I mean, if you're familiar with ChatGPT and all that, it works on prompt. And that's why this is just a definition for that. So we have prompt to control something, usually in order to use its power. So what do we have? We have to harness. To harness technology, meaning to use it within our MarTech stack as well. So basically this is quite an interesting, in my opinion, exercise which is related to our vocabulary. And we will move on to the next exercise, which is also, I think, rather interesting. Exercise number 3. Let's use words from exercise number 2. Fill in the blanks of these sentences or use another form of the verbs if applicable. So as we already discussed, we have these words of behavioral pattern, brand awareness, content creation, dashboard, decision making, marketing goals, marketing objectives, marketing strategy, MarTech stack, prompt, seamlessly, software to harness technology, to waste, or user personas. And we have sentences, and for these sentences we're going to correspond these words. So let's see. Our management decided to, as a part of company's digital transformation initiative. So what can we say here? I would say right away, decided to do what, right? Decided to not waste, obviously, we need a verb here. We need to harness technology, so we can write an O here. Moving on. This on Tableau shows current updates on our cross-platform marketing activities in a summarizable table. So Tableau is a program or platform which has dashboards. So it's, I think, safe to assume that we're talking about dashboards here. And that's why we put E over here. Moving on. The generative AI is used for example, to quickly get text options for our ads. So generative AI or Gen AI, but shouldn't be actually used for, like general AI. It's different. You don't need this information right now, but check out the difference between generative AI and general AI. And the generative AI is used for content creation, and we can use D over here just to, be sure. This plan determines our whatever. They are specific, measurable, achievable, aspirational, realistic, relevant, and timely. We talked about this, right? So we have strategy, marketing strategy, we have marketing objectives, we have marketing goals. And in this case, we can certainly say that we talk about goals because they're specific, right? And goals, it's G, letter G. I need to uncover our customers, to define the ways of their segmentation. So what do we need to discover to see how we could segment them? So it's some kind of recurring steps, recurring intentions, recurring kinds of patterns, right? That's why we have behavioral patterns over here. Uninformed something is the foundation of efficient marketing activities. So what kind of what can be informed? What can be based on information? What can be used for the efficiency in our marketing activities? And certainly we can say there that we are talking about decision making. Here it is, decision making. Let's cross out what we already used, shall we? For us to, work on what's left, to not to, get distracted by whatever we have here. All right, so here we are. Yeah, it's done. Moving on, number 7. Our something cover necessary marketing activities to increase our brand awareness, to increase sales, and to increase our website traffic. So basically, this is not as big as marketing strategy, not as specific as marketing goals. This must be marketing objectives. So this is H. So number 8. Sentence number 8. Willing to increase whatever of our product by placing relevant ads on Facebook. So out of the words that we have over here, we can say that in order to increase brand awareness, we need to put the product ad, right? So let's take the B, letter B, brand awareness. So moving on, we discussed the set of something we could use to make a Gen AI create several images for our purposes. We have already talked about the fact that we can have generative AI for any kind of content creation, and generative AI is based on prompts, on the definition of the possible tasks for the Gen AI, and that's why here in the sentence number 9 we can add prompts. Moving on, number 10. Something is essentially focused on connecting every tool out there created to meet any marketing tools. So what can we say here? We can say that generally we are talking about every tool that exists, and that's why we can safe to assume that this is about MarTech in general. That's why we add here number I, letter I. Our colleagues from the marketing department present an overall something and discussed our marketing goals and objectives. Well, about overall, we can certainly say that this is about marketing strategy because it contains marketing goals, it contains objectives. So here we're talking about marketing strategy. We can use something. We can use the aided recall to determine the rates of our customers. So aided recall, as we saw in the definition in the previous exercise, this is the metric which is used usually for the brand awareness. That's why we can certainly add here the remaining use of brand awareness, which is C. So number 13, something contains all the technology our company uses for marketing purposes. Our company. So basically we are talking about our marketing strategy, our MarTech stack. And that's why we use K. I don't cross out the words which I use unfortunately. I don't know why I keep forgetting doing that. I keep forgetting to do that, but nevertheless. 14. The colleagues are learning how to work with any whatever to increase the speed of meeting their marketing goals. So we can certainly here see that we are talking about software. It's N. Wait a second. I think I missed something in the previous exercise. Let's just see. It happens even if you created yours. This is something that you may miss. Yeah, we saw that. And just a second. Something doesn't add up. Apologies. Yeah, this is done. Oh, what it is right in the very beginning. This is software number 17 in exercise 2. Yeah, I missed that one, unfortunately. So yeah, this is software, and here we have a definition which will help us to actually complete the exercise number 3. See, even though I wrote these exercises, nevertheless, you need to work through it. Something can be missed, and it's an absolute part of the learning process. So the colleagues are learning how to work with a new, as I mentioned, new software to increase the speed of meeting their marketing goals, right? So here we are. Moving on to number 15. I'm interested in the something that our colleagues work on to redefine our message for the promotion of our products. So what do we have here? We have to waste, user persona, and seamlessly. So it's safe to assume that we have user personas here because we use them. They can be redefined and then can be used for the messaging for the promotion of the products. So what kind of message will be suitable for the particular type of user persona? Our colleagues refine our existing MarTech stack to work seamlessly, to work without interruptions, without sudden changes and all of that. So here we have seamlessly. We'll continuously redefine our MarTech stack to avoid waste, to avoid wasting, to avoid the waste, to avoid wasting money. So basically the last one here is waste, P. So then we have our answer key. You can check your answers, and with that we finished this file of exercises. I really hope that it was useful for you, and I'm looking forward to meeting you at any other, more individual kind of collaboration. So, or maybe more during the conversations at MarTalks. So maybe you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. So see you in future videos. And good luck with your career and your work, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.